Programming 101 provides an effective mechanism for student-teacher dialogue. It can be employed between remote workstations or as a mechanism to conduct private communication in the classroom. When a question arises anywhere in the application, the student may utilize the Q&A tool to submit a question. In this scenario, a student has a question about the instructions in the object positioning section. They scroll over to the welcome bar and reveal the toolbox, the light bulb, and the question mark icons. They select the question mark icon, and a text box is presented for the student to type the query. The student enters his question and selects the Submit button. Upon selecting the Submit button, a message is presented confirming the submission. The student then selects the X button to remove the message and may continue working. A question data record has been generated that includes the current contents of the coding area. The record is added to the teacher's outstanding question list with text of the question initiating the question answer thread. The teacher selects student questions from the administration menu and is presented with the questions thread display. They then select the desired class from the drop-down list, selects unanswered questions from the report type drop-down list, and upon selection of the query button, they are presented with the class unanswered question list. The questions are listed in date-time order, beginning with the earliest submitted. The teacher may select the question thread or view the code from the question record that was generated when the question was submitted. In addition to viewing a copy of the student's code, the teacher is also able to edit and interpret the copy of the code received. Upon selection of the question thread, the code may be selected in order to view the question and text and code side by side, or the code may be viewed in full screen to allow many of the features offered in the student display. Okay. So the student is asking about the number of blank lines after the header. Let's work through their suggestion to see if it works. All right, we interpret and see that there's 2 blank lines between the header and the button. Which corresponds to the 2 break tags. And now it's increased to 3 blank lines. The teacher enters answer in text or can initiate a desk visit. If the teacher submits a response, it's added to the student's list of questions with outstanding answers. Note that the answered question has now been removed from the teacher's list. If the student has any questions for which there are answers that he has not acknowledged, then the light bulb icon will be highlighted in yellow. Upon selection of the light bulb icon, the student will be presented with a list of all questions with outstanding answers. This list essentially has the same features as that of the teacher's. The student can then select the desired question by selecting the thread button. After review, he will either acknowledge the question is complete or he will continue the communication thread by adding text and resubmitting the question thread to the teacher. In this case, he selects Mark Complete. Then the question is removed from his questions with outstanding answers display. In addition to some analytical reports, a report is available to review any question thread that has transpired between student and teacher. Upon selecting program questions, all selected Q&A questions are displayed. Along with the biographic information for each Q&A record, the option is available to display the thread or view the code of the program active at the time of the question. As was the case with the student question section, the teacher also has the ability to edit and interpret the copy of the student code received. This completes the Programming 101 Q&A tutorial.